Good morning, first and second graders. We're going to go over pages 87 through 92 and the fire safety plan. And if you notice on the weekly lessons, it says it's not required. This is not something that we were going through during this year. It was like a little extra. But if you wanted to go through this, you certainly can. So we'll start off with page 87. It says draw your own constellation and answer the questions about it. So we have these actual constellations, the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, and Orion. So I'm going to make my own. So I have these stars. And then if I were to connect them, and then like that. There's my constellation. So number one, what is the name of your constellation? So you can name it anything you want. I'm going to name mine Smiley. Number two, what time of year could we see your constellation? I'm going to say winter. We all need a smile in the bleak winter. Number three, what other constellation is close to you? I'm going to say Orion is close to mine. Okay. On the back, it says color the sun orange, okay? On each Earth orbiting the sun, color the half facing the sun yellow and the other half facing away from the sun gray. And so what we would do is, if this is something you were wanting to do, the side that would be facing the sun, that's the part where you're going to color orange. And they kind of give you a hint. That's kind of like the glow of the sun right there. And so honestly, if I were to just continue the circle like that, and then color this part in yellow, of course you would be using a yellow. I'm just using my pen. Okay, that would all be yellow, and the rest of the Earths would be gray. All right, the next part, it says in the picture below, the moon is shown as it orbits the Earth. Only the part of the moon that faces the sun reflects the sun's light. Use your black crayon to color the part of the moon that does not get the sun's light. The small pictures are examples. After shading the moon, imagine what your view of the moon would be from the Earth. How much moonlight would you see? So, if you look here, this is first quarter, so they give you that example there. So you color on that side. So this is the part of the moon. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's part of the moon, waxing crescent. New moon, waning crescent, third quarter, waning, full moons you don't color in because we see all the moon on a full moon, and waxing. So the part that we're coloring in, that's the part of the moon that we do not see, and the part that we're not coloring in, that's the part of the moon that we actually do see. Okay? All right, and then on the back is a word search. And so you copy, once you circle all these words, any of the letters that are left, you write in here to discover a hidden message. And the hidden message, I'll give you a hint. It's a verse from the Bible, and it's about what the heavens say about the glory of God. That's your hint, okay? But I'm not going to give it away because I think that'd be more fun for you to do on your own, okay? Then here on page 91, you're going to unscramble these words to label the planets. And so we look at these planets, and they give you a hint with these capital letters. So it starts off with an M. That little tiny guy is Mercury. Okay? The next one starts off with a V. That guy is Venus. And then, of course, this one is Earth. Starts off with an M. That is Mars. And then we have a capital J, Jupiter. And the guy with the rings, that is Saturn. And then this one starts with a U. That is Uranus. The next one starts off with a capital N, Neptune. And then on the back was kind of jumping from planets to taking care of the planet. It says the side of the trash should go in the trash can or the recycle bin. Draw a line from the trash to the best container. So we have apple core, that would be trash. Okay. Glass, even if it's broken, can be recycled. Tin cans can be recycled. Recycling cans can be recycled. Banana peel goes in the trash. Trash bag goes in the trash. Plastic bottles can be recycled. And eggshells would go in the trash. You can also put eggshells if you really, really want it to help the planet. And if you have a garden, eggshells, banana peels, and apples are great for, what is it? It's not a mulch pile. It's a compost pile. There we go. And you let it sit and let the bugs eat it and all that stuff, and then makes a really great compost pile for your garden. All right, so then the last part here, the other reason why this was not required is because this would have been homework that I would have sent home with the kids to sit with their families, and then they bring it back with them, and then we would actually use that to fill out the worksheet that is on one of the other days that were scheduled in our weekly lesson plans. So that's why this one's not required, because you're basically doing the same thing twice. So this is something you could do just for fun, but it's actually not a bad idea to have this idea. It says, as a family, decide where everyone will go if the fire alarm goes off, and draw a map of the plan. So, here's what we have. Okay, so here's our house, and we have a couple different levels here. We're going to say this is our door going outside. We actually also have a door going out to the alley side. It's an old house, and so our house is over 100 years old. And so there's a door here on the alley side, so, almost 100 years ago they would come and drop off coal through a coal window here, and this is also where they would come out once in a while to greet people, which is really interesting. Anyway, so if we had a fire, pretty much the majority of the house, we would actually come out here, and we'd probably actually even go across the street to the sidewalk. That's probably where we would go. Now, if there's a fire blocking our entrance here, we would go out the side door. So it's kind of cool that we have a secondary exit. So that's how we would go out of the house if there was a fire alarm. Like I said, this is not required, but it's actually not a bad idea to kind of have a plan on how you guys would get out of your home if the fire alarm goes off. And that's our worksheets for today.